Hi again, everybody. Welcome back. Jimmy, a lot of kids out of the park today. Always good to see. And here's the batter to lead things off. Santana, the windup. He couldn't hold up. Now he's in the hole 0-1. Oh and 1 the count. Fly ball left field. And he pulls it down. One out. Bases are empty. And that was just an absolutely nasty cut there, Jimmy.
Oh, baby, he's gonna crush it next time. You watch.
That's low and outside.
Last time we saw this, that was a strike. His calls make no sense.
1-1. Lines it, foul. Strike 3.
The pitcher raked him over the coals during that at-bat. You know, you can almost smell a burnt flesh.
There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Fly ball, foul. Oh and 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He had no business swinging at that one, way out of reach there.
Yeah, you gotta think before you swing.
Well, I guess he was thinking outside the box, huh, Jimmy?
You mean zoned him?
Blows his strange stuff by him and strikes him out. We are scoreless. Clemens winds up. Line drive, foul.
Tim, what do you remember about the first ball game you went to?
I just remember how big the ballpark seemed and how many people swore.
I remember eating peanuts I found underneath the chair. Oh, they were good.
I saw a guy with the biggest pimple I've ever seen in my life sitting next to me. And he comes up empty.
The pitcher said, "Hey, buddy, got change for a nickel?"
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
It's like hooking a bastard, Tim. You gotta keep moving the lure around right, and then you're gonna get the bass to bite.
A little outside there, I think.
He's being choosy. You know, I bet you he'd take such a long time looking at a dinner menu, it'd drive you crazy.
Hammered to deep left field. And Wilson puts it away. Two outs, nobody on base. Releases, line smash, and it's caught by the shortstop. After an inning of play, we are tied at 0. And here's the batter to lead things off. He was a little wild with that cut, Jimmy, but you know, as a manager, I'd rather have an aggressive wild hitter than, say, a guy who's afraid to swing.
Swingers get a bad rap, I agree. You know, it's intimidating to the pitcher to see some nut waving a stick around, his eyes are bulging out.
1 out. Bases are empty. Not quite what he was hoping for there.
If wishes were horses, that horsehide would have been out of here.
Santana, and here's the windup, and that'll be a foul ball. Behind in the count, 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to second, and he is out. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Got under that one to center field. And Hunter makes the catch for the final out. At the middle of 2, we are tied at 0. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. A little floater. And Batista has himself a base hit. No outs, runner at first base. Fires. And the hitter didn't get what he was looking for there.
Tim, do you ever go through the garbage after a game?
No, not really. I mean, once in a while I'll take a peek in the one near the luxury skybox. I'm walking that way. We throw away whole slices of cheesecake, hardly touched.
I found a whole tray of rib tips in a dumpster once. Delicious.
Clemens, the windup. There was no hope of reaching that pitch. I don't know what he was thinking, Jimmy. 1 out, a man on base. You know, sometimes it hurts more when you don't make contact with the ball, Jimmy.
Yeah, I've seen you bat before, Tim. I saw you at the company softball game last weekend.
Line drive. And Stewart reaches base safely.
Oh, that's boring. I say you hit a double or more, or you're out.
And that wasn't where he wanted it.
That's smart batting. Make him pitch to you.
One ball, no strikes. Decides not to swing and takes a strike.
Yeah, you know what? That's what the fans came to see. You holding a bat on your shoulder. Jeez, OP.
Actually, Jim, I was reading a report the other day. It said most fans come to the ballpark to just recapture their youth.
What do you mean? Their kids ran away?
And Hunter reaches on the fielder's choice. There are 2 outs, men on first and second. Clemens, now the windup. Belts one to the alley and left. Stewart heads for home. Hunter crosses the plate. And Cudyer heads into third with a triple.
Whenever I hear the word triple, I always think of ice cream. Why is that? Maybe because it rhymes with fudge ripple?
And he couldn't pull the trigger. He looked like he thought that pitch was a mirage, but it was all real and all strike. The pitch. Little floater right side. And he puts it away.
This guy, he could have been doing like a crossword and still would have caught it without looking up.
And so, at the end of 2, the Twins lead by 2. And there's a shot to the alley and right. And Cudyer pulls it in. One out, nobody on base.
Oh boy, keep an eye out. Sometimes the bat just flies out of this guy's hand.
He fired a BB past him there. And the pitcher's ahead 0-1. And there's a shot deep right field. He makes the grab. There are 2 outs. Base is empty.
Hey guys, women like guys who smell. Mario Palfumi's male spray and scents can really turn things on. Any woman can love you, but get a woman to smell you.
And that ball is scorched to deep left field. And Stewart makes the grab. Going to the bottom of the 3rd. Minnesota leads by 2. Got him with the 2-seamer there.
You know, I was thinking, Tim, hot dogs are the perfect food. Self-contained, juicy, you can eat them with one hand, and you can still hold your drink. You know, I eat them for breakfast sometimes.
And he goes down swinging. I know the best hitters fail 70% of the time at the plate, but at least when you make contact, you don't feel so bad. One out. Bases are empty. There's a drive, well hit to deep left field. Morneau heads for second, and that'll be a ground rule double. One out, and they've got a man on second. With the flare to short left, and he'll make the play. There are 2 outs, runner on second. High bouncer up the middle. Clemens picks it up off the bounce. With 3 innings in the books, Minnesota leads by 2. Looper to shallow center. The throw to first, and Taveras is on with a single. Biggio, 0 for 1 to this point. Struck out in his last at bat. Santana with the windup. And that one cuts him across the letters for a strike. Hit in the air to center field. And Hunter makes the catch. One out, one on. Spikes one to deep center field. And it ricochets off the wall. Hunter will field it on the bounce. And Berkman has himself a single. Just one out, men on first and second. There's a shot at first base. The Astros reduce the lead, and Ensberg is on second with a double. Only one out here, and they've got runners at second and third. Bouncing foul. Oh, and 1 the count. Hit sharply. The Astros tie it up, and Wilson has a double.
He really drove that ball. He was most of the way to second before the defense could do anything about it.
Lane, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. High bouncer to second. Guns it to first. Out.
You know, my dad was a Little League coach, and he would have taken a broom to that guy for not running that out.
Santana, the windup, pop foul. And here comes the runner from third. Ensberg comes home to score. And he's in the hole 0-2. And he rumps one down the right field line. And Wilson scores to widen the lead. And Everett winds up at second with a double.
See them? You hit a double, you're halfway home.
And he lines one foul. Oh, and 1. Hit on the line, but right at the shortstop. And that'll retire the side. As we go to the middle of the 4th. Houston leads by 2. That guy, 0 for 1 to this point. Struck out his last time up. Gets under at center field. And he puts it away. You know, Jimmy, I just wanted to say I attended Wrigley Field at the end of last season for Ron Santaday. He retired his number. And Ronnie, you are one of the greats of the game, and we couldn't be happier for you.
And I gotta say, though, the only guy who can butcher a name or call as good as me is Ronnie. That's why I love him.
And Stewart reaches base safely.
That's how you do it. I wasn't really watching, but he's on first. He must have done something right.
And that ball is caught by the center fielder for the out. Two outs, one on. Clemens winds up. Fly ball, center field. And Taveras catches it for the final out. As we go to the fifth inning, Houston leads by 2. Lamb. Flied out his last at bat.
Listen up, kids. Never take candy from strangers.
1-0. There's a drive deep left field. And Stewart makes the catch look harder than it needed to be. That was all well and good, but what if he had dropped it? Taveras, 1 for 2 to this point. Singled last time up.
Oh, man, I got hit in that exact same place with a paperweight once. Never found out who threw it, though.
1 out, man on first. Hit hard right side. In time. He's in there safely. Berkman, 1 for 2 thus far. Singled last time up. Hit in the air to right field. Cudyer picks it up. And Berkman has himself a base hit. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Nice change of speeds to fool the hitter.
Yup, that was the old parachute. You know, I once had a parachute on my back. I had a little kid. I jumped off the garage and broke my legs.
And that would have been a ball if he had laid off it. You gotta have a better eye than that. After that half inning of play, Houston leads by 2. White, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. And it's popped up foul. Soft liner to short. And he pulls it down. One out. Bases are empty. He holds up on that pitch, and it's a ball.
Hey, sports fans, have you ever wanted to be a crime fighter? Well, now you can. The Wayne Brickdor School of Crime Fighters is now taking students. Become the superhero of the future. Learn the moves. Learn to make your own outfit. Work with area police officials. The Wayne Brickdor School of Crime Fighters. The world is waiting.
Clemens, the windup. Goes down swinging.
Well, guess he hasn't gotten over on those allergies. He swung like he could barely see.
Morneau, 1 for 2 in this game. Doubled last time up. And that's grounded foul. Chopped hard to the second baseman. Biggio fields this one on the bounce. And Morneau has himself a base hit. 2 outs, 1 on.
All right, let's see what you got here, kid.
High hopper right side. And Castillo reaches on the error. There are 2 outs. Men on first and second. High bouncer to short. Clemens fields it off the bounce. And he is out. And so at the end of the inning, the Astros